Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Two Homeschool Moms. I'm Nickie.
And I'm Ashlee. If you're looking for real, raw, and relatable moms who talk all things homeschool and mom life,
you're in the right place.
We want to say thank you to Homeschool Planet for sponsoring this episode. If you are new to hearing about Homeschool Planet, we encourage you to check out this amazing, life-changing digital planner. Homeschool Planet will make your life simpler by keeping home, school, and work schedules all in one place, accessible to anyone.
Yep, and my favorite part is to plan your entire school year in just a few minutes by seamlessly merging all your lesson plans from popular homeschool curriculum companies right into your calendar school year. Check out their 30-day free trial with no credit card required, which will be linked in the description box.
This month, Homeschool Planet is also offering 15% off all their lessons. Don't miss out on this great sale. I know I am stocking up on lesson plans for next year.
All right, so you know what? We have some exciting news.
Yeah?
Well, we have two exciting news. Not only are you going to see me in
23 days. 23 days.
From this video. A week from this video.
Oh, well, yeah, when the video's live, it will be a week. Shut up. That's going to be crazy.
It is crazy. And we have a freaking another guest speaker, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, next week?
Yeah,
next week's
from
episode.
When you guys will be hearing this video, we're going to have another guest speaker on talking about her experience as a public school teacher and how homeschooling has changed in the last decade.
Yeah. And she's a homeschool YouTube mom, so some of you are going to know who she is. So that's fun too.
Excited.
Cool.
Is the suspense there? Should we No, that's the day
No, that's all they get. That's all you get. You got to tune back in next week, guys. And we'll be together, so it'll be even more exciting.
Yeah, I just can't believe we're so close to the end of our year. I just filmed a video and I'm like, this is our final month school.
Yeah.
Because we wrap up, we're done by the end of April, we'll be done.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
I think we're going to end
insane.
in the first or second week of May, because I just did my whole, I did my Are We on Track with Homeschool Planet, and then I just did my whole next year, because I'm telling you, the second I get to Chicago, I'm done with homeschool.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about it for 2 months because I'm planned out for next year. I'm done. We're done. And so I can't wait.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm so tired of just thinking and my life consuming what next year is going to be. Because I feel like I've been in curriculum season mode for 4 months.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Literally since around Christmas time, I remember staying up researching and watching videos and just preparing myself because we're done at the end of April.
Right.
So what else is new?
I'm trying to think. What else is new?
Oh, I saw. Okay, let's just have a little chit chat about this. So you had to drop a bomb in your vlog video about your lovely husband saying you're not moving for the next 5 years. So that means I'm going to have to wait 5 years for you to come live anywhere remotely closer to me.
Either way, unfortunately, we're not moving anywhere Midwestern region, even when we do move. So, yeah. It's been something we really wanted to do, but we have a lot of family here, and it will be extremely hard to up and leave our entire support system. And we have 2 states where we kind of have family in, but it wouldn't be the same support we have here. And so yeah, it was more too of, yes, we still want to move, but I also needed to be done being in limbo because there's things I want to do to the house. There's long-term commitments that when you think you're moving, you don't want to do stuff. And so I was just look, it was right when he woke up, I was like, hey, we're hashing this out right now. I need to know.
Good morning. I'm what are we doing?
It's are you freaking kidding me?
Future right now.
Yeah, and I just was the reason we want to move too is it is more that would be a retirement long-term house. That our next house is going to be the it house. And so our lives may be different in 5 years too. We will have 2 teenagers and 1 older elementary kid. And so it will also start depending, are they going to be moving? Are they going to go to college in different places? Where is their lives going to take them? Because then that's our next point of life, is being grandparents and being, kind of the catch-all for whoever needs to come back home or whatever that is. So yeah, we had like a huge life chat that Sunday morning, and now I'm in full like let's do stuff to my house mode because I haven't been able to do anything since we built the pool.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah, I used to do stuff all the time, and then I just got like annoyed because Nick's like, stop spending money on the house. We're moving, you know, and little things don't add value, but hopefully a couple of the things we're doing will modernize it a bit and, you know, give me something to do.
Yeah, but sometimes the little things just fill your cup too.
That's what it is.
Even if they don't like add value.
Yeah, like I enjoy doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, we're in that season 2 right now. I mean, we're waiting on our floors to be installed, which now got pushed back to May, which is annoying. And it's not even the floors, it's literally the transition pieces of the flooring to transition you from different, like, entry levels.
Just like the little strips, right?
Yeah,
like
the strips.
That's so silly.
The stupid strips. And they won't install the floor without that. So, like... And then they can't install the carpet on the hallway or the stairs, on which we've ripped up the carpet. So our dog is like falling down the stairs because he's old and he has no traction. And so we're like, can you do the carpet at least? And they're like, no, the flooring has to come first because they have to do those stupid transition and be able to like tuck the carpet in last, you know? So here we are.
But like, what if you got the carpet done? Like, what if you were just getting the carpet done and then 2 months later you went and got the floors done? I don't believe them that they can't do it the opposite way.
I know, it doesn't make any sense, like, but, you know, it's just frustrating because they keep, like, changing the story and keep, like, 3 calls today and they were all different. They were all different on what they told us 3 different times. 3 times! And then we had someone call over the weekend and they're like, hey, what's going on with your quote? Are you going to order your product? And we're like, we've already ordered the product.
Yeah.
I'm like, get your crap together. But, like, it was probably another store or something, like, within Home Depot. But whatever. Yeah. I'm just over it. And I'm like, now it's, like, crunch time. Now I want to get started on our homeschool room because we want to paint down here. I want to change the bookcase up. I want to get rid of a ton of stuff and just, like, organize. And I want to get a new table. Like, I'm changing and revamping everything, and I need to do that. Like I'm like separating things by month, and now they've screwed it up because I wanted to do I wanted to do this down in here in June because we start school in July. Right. So June is going to be like my painting and like everything down here. And then like May was going to be like everything outside. Right. Like we have one more panel of a fence to put up and replace that we really need to do because our neighbor is not so nice and we need to block him. Yeah. And like get him out of our view of vision from the dog and us. Right. So that's like, you know, and then I got all my flower projects and stuff in our garden and things like that. So
how fun. You've lots of stuff planned.
Yeah. So are you ready to have fun with our Q&A today?
I am. So we felt that we needed to have just like a old school, like one of our original podcasts, like just talking about our favorite things back and forth, no heavy topics, just talking about our favorite things. So we each came up with 10 questions that the other person doesn't know about. So like I'm going to be asking Nickie the questions I came up with and she's going to be asking me her questions. So it's going to be fun. It's our normal mess of podcasts.
I still have like a man's voice right now because I'm going on like week 3 of being sick. So here we are. Are you ready? Who's going first? Should we alternate? You do one, I do one?
I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
All right. Hold on. Well, I have way more than 10. No. Hold on. All right. What is your favorite thing in your homeschool room?
Oh gosh, in my homeschool room, my printer.
I mean, yeah, that totally makes sense.
I mean, I print a lot and I copy a lot. And Molly has recently started copying a lot. She wants to make like copies of some of the work that she does. It's so funny.
Oh, that's cute.
I think it's just because she sees me do it all the time.
So your favorite thing is your printer?
Yep. My printer, because I don't...
What kind of printer is it? You have to tell us the good details.
It's a freaking monster, okay? And if I would have known that it was this big, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I didn't, and so I have this, like, office copy machine. I mean, it's huge. It's like a
Oh, it's like a
laser
big
printer.
one.
Yes, it is
Oh.
ginormous that you see in like someone's office building. Um, but it's fine. It's a toner printer, so I can like print a million pages and I don't have to worry about the ink drying out. Because my eco tank sucked in that way because I used to not print every day. And
Right.
so it would like dry up the ink jets and then that was a problem. So yeah, I can copy and like I can print from my phone. Yeah, it's exciting because really nothing else is exciting to me in our room. It's just a bunch of books and like I like pens. I like my pens, my Bic pens.
Yeah. I think that's a good choice.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, are we going to answer each other's questions too?
Sure, why not?
Shit. Okay, I didn't think about that. Okay.
Well, that
My
was one of
favorite
mine
thing.
anyway, so.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite things is our, Funko Pops, like the little character, like collector
Yes,
things.
the little things,
So
yeah.
they have like academic ones. So we have Albert Einstein right now. Who else do we have? But I just love them in our homeschool room. I really want, there's a Bill Nye one that I really, really want, but it's like a collector's one. And so I'm like always on eBay.
Oh, I have another thing too. I have my extremely dirty Cabbage Patch from when I was a kid.
Aw.
She's two-toned.
She's
She's
a few tones, actually. She's got some stuff going on.
she even smells the same. Barely, but yeah, she has a very my grandma inscribed her on the back of the year I was born and named her Patch for Cabbage Patch. And she's wearing my clothes that I wore as a preemie
Oh,
because
that's
I
cute.
was 3 months, or I was 3 months early, so I was 3 pounds when I was born.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she's very dirty. She was at my wedding. I have her in wedding pictures, and like, so now she just sits in our homeschool room.
Interesting.
But yeah, that
Okay.
reminded me of your little BOGO, whatever those pop things
Funko Pops.
called.
Yeah.
Yes, those. It reminded me of that. So, what's your favorite way to recharge during the weekend?
It just completely shut off from like technology and working and YouTube. And I used to be much better about not being on social media on the weekends. Like I physically delete the apps, and I kind of got out of a habit of doing that. And so I'm starting that back because mentally it just makes me a much better person to not waste time scrolling. And yeah, so that's what I do. What about you?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have to like write down my passwords because I'd like forget how to log in.
It's still, so even though I like delete the app, it still keeps like it just
all
says,
your
oh,
stuff.
log in, and then you just click it and it still lets me go back in. So
Oh, well, that's good.
yeah.
I don't know. We like to go out and do stuff on the weekends to just like get out of the house from being cooped up in it all week. And usually it's just like errands even, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind errands most of the time unless they're really boring, but or you're like so broke that it's like painful to go like have to buy groceries or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we like to get out. We like to go in nature, do stuff outside, and as much as we can in the nice weather months.
Yeah.
But
What is your all-time favorite movie?
Couples Retreat.
Really? Out of every movie, that's your favorite? I hate that movie.
I laugh so hard still, even however many times I have seen that movie. I don't know what it is about Vince Vaughn, but he just makes me laugh. And like, so any movie with him, really, I laugh, except the breakup. That's not a laughing movie, but like, he just makes me laugh. I don't know what it is, but like Wedding Crasher, like all of that. He's just so funny to me because he's one of those guys. Like I don't know, I'm very attractive to like the people who could just like endlessly talk out of their ass and like they're just hilarious when they do it. It's like they're natural comedians. Like even Kevin Hart, he reminds me of that, and like The Rock and like all of those like people who could just like talk and like spit it out at you like real fast. And it's like I could never be that person. I can't come up with things like and just be like haha funny, and clever at the same time. Like I could be funny, but I'm not clever. So I don't know. They just make me laugh.
I like Kevin Hart, but the only movie I like from Vince Vaughn is The Breakup. But I got yeah, and Nick loves all those movies. And it's like there's like that genre that happened with all those types of movies, and I'm like, please don't make me watch this again. Like I just genuinely dislike those movies. I don't
I
like
like
over
The
the top comedy.
Proposal.
I like The Proposal. That's a
I
good
like
one.
everything with Sandra Bullock. Like, I love her.
Yeah.
I love Dirty Dancing. I love a lot of John Travolta movies. Like, I love Twister. I love, like, there's so many movies. Like, I can't even, like, how do you just pick one?
Yeah.
That's not fair. You can't just pick one all-time movie. Like, I don't have that.
Yeah.
Well, what about you? Because The Breakup's not your, like, favorite movie.
No. I mean, I'll just be dead honest. Like, I really don't like movies in general. Like, I have a very hard time
You don't
watching
like
them.
movies. You don't like music. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I know. Wasn't you should ask Nick how fun it was to date me, because those are like traditional questions, and I'm like, actually, I don't like any of that. If I had to like pick a movie, it would probably be stupid the Twilight movies, because like I can just I've watched, and like the Harry Potter movies, because like I just have watched them all so many times, and they're just calming to me. Like I just love them. A Star is Born is like pretty top tier, because I like bawled my eyes out that entire movie, and that was like a pretty good emotional one. Normally I don't get into emotional ones like that.
That's with Lady Gaga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie.
Oof. Yeah, I think it's a good one, but that's what I would choose.
That's an intense movie. Like, yes.
I watched it on a plane for the first time, and I was a mess on the plane, and then I made Nick watch it when we got home, and he was like, "What is wrong with you? This is a like emotional movie." Yeah. So
I just watched a really big tearjerker, and I can't remember what it was. There goes my memory. What is your favorite piece of life advice to give to someone?
Life advice?
Uh-huh.
I just think maybe like to not hold on to like grudges, and to like not hold on to like hard feelings, because at the end of the day, that's just messing with you. Like you can be so mad at another person, or you want them to like apologize, but in reality, like you have to like be the one to just be okay and move on. It doesn't make what they did right or wrong or whatever. It's just,
but it's not affecting them. It's only affecting you.
It's only affecting you. So just finding peace within yourself is something that I've worked a lot on, and it's just life changing. And it's a hard thing to do though, because as humans, we like want revenge, and we want to be told like, somebody hurt you, they're sorry, but it's not. It doesn't really change anything. Like you still have to deal with your own stuff, and like just try to be happy. So yeah, just not hold on to stuff.
Well, you have to think about the people also who have passed away that you don't get that opportunity to ever get that back. So like you're not going to get the I'm sorry's from them, like people could die in an accident and you'll just never get that opportunity. And so you have to find that peace within yourself, or you're going to drive yourself nuts the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I could see that. That's a good one.
Yeah. What about you?
I feel like my favorite saying is "It is what it is." Because it is. Like there are some things out of your control, and there are just some things that like it just is where the cookie crumbles. Like I have a hard time, and I am guilty of this, but I find myself a lot of times like sinking into those like what if moments, and just like, or just not even just like what if moments, but like, something happens and you're just like so upset about it, shook up about it, and like it is what it is. Like you can't change it, you can't go back, so you have to find ways to move forward.
Yep. All right, describe your perfect day off. No work, no school. What would your perfect day off be?
Where I live.
I mean, if you could get somewhere in a day, you only got a day.
I could do a lot in a day. That's hard. I love to be by water, whether it's any kind of water. So if it was like even by my house, I'd love to just like drive to Lake Michigan, or something smaller than Lake Michigan, even just like a creek, or I would bring a book and just like sit there and hear the birds and like, it's just peaceful, and to me it's relaxing as long as there's no bugs.
Yeah.
And but yeah, anything with water.
Yeah, mine's the same. I would just spend the day out in my pool. I love the feeling of like my skin burning from the sun. Like I just love the heat and being outside and like barbecuing, like just like running in and out of the house from pool, like getting that cold rush and then going out into the sun. I just love it. It's how I spent like every summer growing up. And so it's just like nostalgic, I guess. But that's it.
Yeah.
Describe your ideal homeschool day from start to finish.
Let's see. Well, I feel like the only way my homeschool day will be successful from start to finish is if I have my printed out schedule, because otherwise I'm lost. And so when I go through my homeschool planet and I am looking at my week coming up, I like to rearrange things too, knowing on the day that we're going to be home. Or if I know we have busier things, then I kind of take like the fun things and put them on a day that I know we'll have more time to do them. And it's just so easier for me to see that visually on my screen and just kind of like drop it where I need it, or shift it, whatever. But if I didn't have that, my day would not be successful because I need the like check off everything possible that we're doing to stay on track for the day. But I would wake up, get the breakfast going, come down here with my coffee, get our day started. Molly starts with her morning work, and once we check those boxes off, then we really just have our core stuff. And it's pretty easy when you are able to have like a printed out thing where you could check it off. And I'm so excited because I'm like pretty sure they're going to be updating their app. And so I'll be able to have it on my phone if I really want it on my phone. That's like an easier way than necessarily having it printed off. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the
What
same
about you?
way. Like, ideally, whatever's on the checklist is getting done.
Yeah.
Like, and that makes me feel complete. Yeah, and like, mine's a little bit different because, I'm working every day. And so ideally, my girls have their own individual checklists and they just get started without me, like, telling them to. Like, they can
Yeah.
get done their independent stuff, which Mila's really good at. Emma, we're working on it. But Homeschool Planet lets me do that. It lets me print out a checklist, and then now I can create their individual checklist, and that's what we're starting to do. And that's just nice because now it's kind of like, here, this is what needs to get done. Once it gets done, I don't care what you do.
You're done.
You're
Yeah.
done. Like,
Yeah.
so let's just like get it done. You don't have to wait for mom, and that would be like an ideal day. Like, get your crap done.
So I put out one for Molly too, her own, on the Tuesday that I'm not here.
Yeah.
And my mom watches her on that day. And so I actually print out one for my mom too. And I make her check her
Oh,
work.
that's good.
So she can go line by line and go, okay, did you do spelling? Did you do most or whatever? However,
Oh, that's a good idea.
that.
Well, in the texting thing, I was like, oh, when I'm out of town traveling, I could text
Yes.
Nick and be like, hey, this is what they need to do, and then he doesn't have to
Mhm.
worry about printing or anything. Oh, that's cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I mean, it really just makes it seamless for me. It makes our homeschool day just run better. And she even, I feel like, is structured better that way herself because she knows I have my list. And she's like, okay, what's next? Or like, what page do I need to do in financial literacy? And it's like, I could just look without having to like drag the book out or like, or find my, wherever my actual planner is that I never used to write in, because I used to do reverse planning before, where it was like we would do our day because we had open and go stuff, and I would just like record what we did that day, which like, and honestly, like that was so much more stressful for me. But yeah, what is your favorite makeup item?
My favorite makeup item? Probably like bronzer or blush, I would say.
Yeah, other than my foundation to cover my annoying redness.
Yeah, like
Probably my blush for sure, because I'm obsessed with my Milani Luminesso, or however you say it, Luminoso. That's all I wear. I don't wear, well, I lie. I have an elf one too, but I used to have like a whole collection of makeup, and I like that was my really bad depressing time where I like overspent because like beauty used to or makeup used to make me feel beautiful and make me feel
Mm-hmm.
like happy, but then I had the remorse of like buying it all.
Yeah.
And then I watched all the beauty influencers, and let me tell you, they used to influence me.
They're worse than homeschool moms.
They are worse than homeschool moms, like so bad. And like I fell for it all, and I was like, give me all the things. And
Yeah.
now I'm just like, I am so minimal now, and I
Mm-hmm.
got rid of like everything because that stuff expires too. So it's like you
Yeah.
can go out and buy all the crap, but it expires.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just use the same blush, but for the most part, it's like what makes it. I used to hate blush. I used to
Mm-hmm.
never wear blush because I'm like, I'm literally covering up redness
To put more
so that I
on.
don't see it. So like,
Well,
why
that
would
makes
I put
sense.
color back on my face? Because I
Right.
hate my like rosacea red cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I found this like Luminesso is like this peachy
Yeah.
shade, and I was like obsessed. And it's got like a little glimmer to it, and like that's all I wear. And now I got the
Wait.
same
No, you're not allowed to show
color.
that yet because I was going to ask you a
Okay.
question.
That's not my favorite though.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then you can show it. If it's not your favorite, you can
This
show
is
it.
just, I literally just bought this. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same Milani blush color in a
Yeah.
lip plumper.
Oh, that's
And I was
cool.
like, okay. And I'm like, I got suckered into that one, but I still like it. It's not like my favorite, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna tell. So obviously, yeah, foundation because like foundation is like a must, but it's not like my favorite thing. But I just tried the foundation. Do you see the ads for the? It's like ILK Melage or something where they're like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like the perfect. So
Mhm.
I did it. I finally did the trial. They're not lying. they're
Really?
it's pretty cool, and they
It's
do
not
like a.
gimmicky?
It's not gimmicky, and they give you a free trial. So like you get a full size bottle and they're like, use it for 5 days before you make a decision, and then you have 2 weeks to return it. And what's cool is I also bought their like tanning lotion because I use like fake tanner. And because I bought that, they knew like perfectly what color to match.
That's cool.
Life changing. So
Whoa.
I'm just throwing that one out
That's
there. I didn't
exciting.
believe it.
Now I need to check it out. Because I always see them and I'm like, oh, they're so full of it. And I'm like,
They're not.
that's not how it looks. They got a filter on or something, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. It's
That's
pretty good. And
funny.
it's like you're not gonna look like you have a filter on, but it doesn't look cakey. It looks natural, but it still covers, if that makes sense. So like you can still see like I have a scar on my forehead, I have a sunspot on my face, but like other than that, like all my pores and everything are like covered. So but moving on, because we're talking about makeup, what is your favorite lip product?
Well, if anyone was on my Instagram a few weeks ago, we all know that I ordered like 5 of them because I was paranoid they were going out of stock or forever discontinued. But Tarte makes my favorite product of lips ever. It is, oh my God, I don't even know what it's called. H2O gloss, and it's by like their sea line or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, like the Tarte by the Sea. I don't know what's going on with the line, but I ordered, I swear, like 5 of them, 4 or 5 of them. And my favorite color is Salt Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to buy the lipstick, but I don't see the lipstick anymore. It's just like the
The
gloss, which I
gloss.
don't really wear the lipstick, but so I just use the gloss because it's fine. But it stays on, and it's like the exact color on my lips. So it's just like it looks nice. I don't know. But I have a few peachy ones from them and mauvey ones that I like too. But
Yeah.
overall, that's my favorite like brand. I just have a lot of colors that I like by them.
Yeah.
What about you?
I like it's called Boxum, like BOXOM or
Buxom, yeah.
UM. Yeah, and it's a lip plumping one.
I used
So
to
I
have
like
those too.
I like that one a lot. Because I like that one too, like if I don't want to put like lip liner and stuff on, because I have a very non-existent top lip. So I feel like that kind of helps a little bit. And then I like I think it's L'Oreal, like the Infallible lip gloss. Those are super cheap. They're like $5 each. They last forever, and they have like 100 colors. So those are good for just like I have them in my purse, in my car, like all over the place. The Boxing one is expensive, and so
Yeah. It's
expensive to
funny
me.
because when you mentioned like you have a non-existent top lip, I have like a crooked lip, and it's so annoying to me because if I have my selfie camera on,
It's
it's normal.
opposite. Oh, yeah, but if you flip
It's
it.
normal. But if I flip it, it's crooked. And I'm like, so
Same
which way
thing.
do I look to people? I'm like, do I look crooked? Like even my teeth, they look funky in like the forward facing camera. But when like it's on the selfie one, they're like straight-ish. So it's like, which way do people see me?
I literally Googled one day, how do people see me? Is it the way I see myself in my selfie camera? Is it and I cannot get a straight answer. I have no idea, but all I can tell you is you look the same to me in person that you do in your videos. I don't just look the same. I don't know what to tell you.
I know, but isn't it so weird how we look the same in different way that our camera is? I find that it's so frustrating. And this is on selfie mode when we film, and they somehow magically turn it around so that it's like the other camera. Because I could tell you my lip is crooked in all these videos, but I'm telling you I'm in selfie mode right now. So it's not right now, but it somehow magically flips through this app.
I don't know, because I mean, I'm using my filming camera that I always use, which is in selfie mode. I have no idea. If there's a smart person out there that can explain the way that cameras mirror and stuff. Anyways.
Witchcraft.
All right, your turn.
Oh, my turn? What is your favorite animal that's not a house pet?
Oh, a raccoon.
Oh, I should have known that.
Yeah, my kids just got me another raccoon like picture because and I know people who actually deal with raccoons, like hate them.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't need you coming at me. I know they could be a nuisance. That's part of why I love them, because they would just cause havoc, and I think it's hilarious. But
let me tell you a funny story. Well, it's not funny, it's sad, but it's sort of funny to us because they cause havoc. So they were just like, oh my God, get away. They literally they're smart, right? They know how to get in our garbage cans. Yeah. If we put a brick on there, they lift the brick up to get in our garbage cans.
They're so smart.
And we had a family of them living behind our house for like a long time. And it was like our cameras would go off. They'd do the same like walk every night. And like they'd go in our garbage, destroy our garbage on the inside only. They wouldn't like take it out and like make a mess.
That's good.
And so one night, our neighbors across, we have a transformer in our neighbor's yard, and there were two of them up there dead. They fried themselves on our transformer box. Aww. And it's like the one probably died, and the other one tried to like help it and died too. And then magically our garbage was untouched for like months. Well, recently, in the last like 2 days, our cameras are going off again. And I'm like, another family again? They're pains. Yeah. They're pains.
I know, but they have the cutest hands, Nickie.
They're cute.
They have full-on hands. And I just like, man.
Yeah, that's why they're able to lift up bricks off your garbage can.
They can pick locks and they remember how to do it. And so like they're definitely like creatures of like mischief for sure. And I just think it's great. What's your favorite non-pet animal?
I love polar bears and elephants.
Cute.
Polar bears is a weird thing to love because they're like the most vicious animal ever. But like they're cute and pretty. And elephants are just really cool because they're just like the amount of things they could do with their trunk just amazes me.
Yeah.
Like that's the coolest thing to have is like a freaking trunk.
Yeah, and they do so many things with their trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They always have amazed me. And we have a Milwaukee Zoo in Wisconsin is only like a little over an hour, and they have elephants. Oh. And like that's always really cool. We go like maybe once a year or something. And they have flamingos, which not a lot of zoos do. Yeah. And so it's really fun to see like the animals that we don't always see like that.
That's so cool. And I was so jealous of your trip to the zoo because we don't have a zoo here. And I love zoos.
Oh, we can go to the zoo when you come.
That's what I was thinking. I'm going into the one in Seattle, so I won't pressure you to go to the zoo. But I love zoos. I mean, I've been to 100 of them because anytime I go on a trip, I'm like, I'm going to the zoo.
That's so funny because we're like over the zoo.
I love the zoo. I used to watch those zoo shows.
Because when you live near it and you go to it all the time, like it just gets old. But
yeah. When you don't, that's what I'm saying. Like, we do not, that's the one thing that Vegas does not have. Like, they have a couple animal exhibits, but they don't have legit zoos. We go to the San Diego one a lot, which is really cool. But
I've heard that one is really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's kind of a rough trip because it's so big. But What is your favorite afternoon drink?
My Diet Pepsi.
Yeah.
I don't have a
For a
fun drink.
pick-me-up?
I'm diabetic, so like I don't have a lot of options besides like water or like sugar-free type options. So I do like sugar-free root beer, or sometimes I like make a root beer float or something. But yeah, I drink my coffee in the morning and like Diet Pepsi the rest of the day with water, somehow sprinkled in there a little bit.
Yeah.
What about you?
I most of the time just drink water, but I do love my Olippops, which I have with me right here.
Oh,
One,
yeah.
because I have tons of stomach issues and they have like all the gut
Well,
probiotics and stuff.
I'll tell you, do not try the other one that's not Olipop.
Poppy, those are disgusting.
Yes.
Don't drink poppies. Those are nasty. And what's annoying is that's like Costco carries Poppy and like no, those are the gross ones.
I
drink
don't
poppies.
understand how everyone's raving about the poppies. I mean, me and my friend went to Target, okay, and I videoed our experience because we were like,
Hold on, though. You drank them warm, and you got like the grossest flavors possible.
Because that was all that was left. Because it's like went viral, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're amazing!" And I'm like spitting it out as we're walking out of the store because it literally tasted like grape medicine. Like literally grape medicine. And she had orange, and hers tasted just the same, like Orange Kids Tylenol or something. Oh, it was so gross.
Yeah, no, Olipop's the way to go. And I don't like fruit flavored soda, so I can't speak to those. But like I drink the Coke one, the root beer one is amazing. The Sprite
and if you don't drink it every day, you don't really get the benefits of it. So I find it funny when people drink it, but they don't drink it every day.
Yeah. So I drink them every day.
Then go drink a seltzer water because you're literally not helping yourself by drinking these expensive.
I mean, they still help even one. Like one would be better than drinking like a diet root beer, because there's, I'm just saying. Yeah, and if you can handle diet stuff, you can definitely handle an Olipop because diet stuff, like I could never drink a diet soda. It would make me vomit. So.
Well, I didn't used to like it either until I became diabetic and I had no choice. So.
That's why Olipops are good because this one has 2 grams of sugar in it.
Oh, actually, I have one in my fridge, but it's grape.
What is with you and the grape stuff? Please stop.
I'm telling you, I order these on like pickups, and I don't pick grape. It's just that's what they substitute me for.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna do an Olipop taste test when I'm there. I've just decided. Yes. Okay,
and we're gonna record it.
Cool.
People will be so thrilled.
You guys are the most boring humans.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Oh god,
we got Olipops. Go ahead.
I just asked you your favorite afternoon drink.
Oh, right. What is your favorite top memory in your life? Oh, thunder.
Yeah, is that thunder? It almost sounded like a plane.
Can we like wrap this up so I can go stand outside?
Yeah, because we're almost out of time. Okay, hold on. Can you pick a different question? I don't have a lot of great memories. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, pick one. Like one that comes to mind quickly. Something that made you like laugh like crazy, or
most of the things I laugh at are not very appropriate. I don't know. I mean, my most like obviously having all my kids, like duh, like that's probably my happiest. Like
no, we're not going there. That's the easiest answer ever.
My happiest moment.
My child.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those days actually weren't that happy, but
right?
So, like, I don't know. Hold on. What would you pick? What would you say your happiest memory is? See, it's easy. I feel like I'm happy generally most of the time. Like most things make me happy.
I mean, I think I've talked about it in our first Q&A, but like I loved my wedding. I loved my wedding. Like everyone raved about my wedding, the food, the like place, like everyone danced. Like overall, it was just like everyone was in one place. Like everyone came that was important to me. And like it was just like I'm very much a people person, and I am very much like a connection person, and so like having everyone in the same room was just like filled my cup. Like I wish we could do that once a year, and not be like a wedding, but like I wish things like that existed because it really just doesn't. you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have a lot of good memories. Like I loved my Colorado trip where I got to meet all my friends that are from my support group, and I mean, so many vacations. I have like a funny story with my dad that will always be a funny memory where like I puked in a pickup truck after spending the entire like weekend at the racetrack with him and his friend. And they would just like feed me to get me like to be busy and not bug them. So they just like give me money to go to like the stand to get food. And so I just like pigged out the whole weekend. And then like 10 o'clock at night, we're leaving like the racetrack, and I just like vomit. And I was sitting in the middle, so it went in like the middle console in the front of them. And so like I had to pull over, and like my dad was like gonna vomit sitting next to me, and he couldn't open the door because back in the day the pickup trucks you had to open after the driver or passenger side door was open. It was like on the inside of the door. So like you couldn't exit without like the front door being open. And so he was like trying to like get out. He couldn't get out because you're like trapped back there. But yeah, it was always a fun memory.
So that's the happiest memory is puking all over a truck?
It was like funny because like I was surrounded by men who didn't like, you know,
Know
I
how
was
to
this
react?
kid, you know,
Yeah.
like I was 10, 11 maybe. Like yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of memories of my dad, so like that one just it's just funny to think about because I was surrounded by men who just thought it was a good idea to just like feed me up with
Yeah.
all the sugary things and
Yeah,
all
they
the
don't think
junk,
of
and yeah, didn't think that I just vomited out like foreign concept.
right. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably have vacation. Like we took like a family vacation with all three kids to Florida for like a week, and that was my first time I went to Florida, and that was our first vacation where like we could really enjoy ourselves. Like we stayed at like a really nice resort. We, you know, could splurge a lot on stuff, and like it was just an amazing trip. So, I mean, that was fun.
Yeah, when I went to Florida with my husband for our 10-year anniversary, he doesn't like water. He doesn't like going in the water. And like I got him to go in the ocean, and I like was videoing, and I managed to catch him at the right time that a wave came and like slapped him in the face that he was not expecting. And it's my screen like thing for him now whenever he calls me. It will never change because that moment was just like the perfect moment that I could have ever captured on camera was to just see him wipe out, knowing that like he hated it so much. I have so many memories with water. Like water is just like a thing. But yeah,
Yeah, I
like
feel like
we
I could
went
easily
to
say like tons of vacations, but like
yeah.
I don't know. I think like day-to-day stuff is more like I don't know. Like I said, a lot of stuff's probably not appropriate. So
Yeah, same.
so
Like no one
anyways,
wants to know like what we text each other back and
yeah.
forth.
Trust me, lots of funny, laughable moments that I'm not going to share them with the world.
Uh-huh.
So, if you could magically add a new elective to your homeschool curriculum, what would you add? Anything. You don't have to pick a curriculum. Just any elective that you think would just be so cool to teach Molly.
Like probably things that I want to learn, like learning how to change my oil in my car or change the tire. Like I know how to change a tire, but like really know how to change a tire. Like I could probably figure it out, but I want to like properly know all the things, and I think it's just good things for her to learn. Like the manly things, you know? Like I want to be that independent woman who just knows how to do it all.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't want to be like that, but I hate car stuff.
Well, considering the first time I was in Vegas with you, the only time I was in Vegas with you, you like never pump your gas. And I thought
No.
that was like the wildest thing ever because like I don't ever have anyone to pump my gas.
Yeah, Nick just does it. I mean, it's not like we have gas stations that do it. Nick just has always done it for me. I'm so
Yeah.
oblivious to my gas tank too that I don't even know what's happening with it half the time.
We are so alike and yet so opposite in so many things.
So yeah, I have zero interest to learn any of that. But if I chose an elective, I think I'd pick like the same type of thing, like something I would want to learn and my kids would be like wanting to learn it too, would probably be like, I don't know, like a marine biology. Like even though that's sciencey, but like all the marine animals.
Animals.
Yeah. Like I think
We
that
were
would be
just
really
talking
cool.
about that because that was like a popular thing in our generation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Free Willy, or not Free Willy, but not only Free Willy, but like SeaWorld was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's not really a thing anymore, you know, because the whole whale thing, whatever. But like, I just found when I was going through all the stuff back here, pictures and pictures and pictures of all my times at SeaWorld. Everyone wanted to be a marine biologist when I was growing up.
I had the same things. I had like all the SeaWorld shirts. I loved it.
Yeah.
I wanted the wetsuit, swim with dolphins.
But I told Molly, because when we went to the zoo, we saw the dolphin show. And I was like, that would totally be something like she would go to do in life. Like, because it's not just like, oh, I'm a trainer and I teach dolphins. No, like they know all the stuff about them. Like they're caretakers.
Yeah.
And like they, you know, help them so that when the vets come, they know how to like maneuver them and stuff. I'm like, she would love that.
Yeah. Agree.
What is your favorite book you read last year?
I think it was the ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorn and Roses
Really?
series. Yeah. I think it was either book 2. I think it was book 2 was like my absolute favorite over Fourth Wing for sure. Yeah. It was such a good, I don't know. I just loved it. It was like, I still think about it like almost daily, like some of those scenes that happened in like that relationship dynamic. Because I'm a huge Beauty and the Beast fan. So like book 1 of ACOTAR is a light Beauty and the Beast. And then book 2 like just completely smashes all of that fairy tale. And then there's like this villain that you like want to hate. And then he like kind of morphs into like not a villain. And just like how they did it all, how the author did it was just mind blowing. You need to read it. Only if you read books 1 and 2. Like you don't have to read all 5 of them. 1 and 2, it's just like
so
such
just
a cool
like
story.
they're like
I mean,
independent?
no, they're not independent. They all follow each other, but 1 and 2 are like top tier.
Which one did you buy me? The first one?
The first one, because you have to read the first one before you get to the second one.
Got it.
What about you?
Probably the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey.
That was a good one.
I mean, I was so like in tune to that book. Like, I have never read anything like that ever. Like, it just took me out of my like norm and just like threw me into this like other world where like, yeah, I mean, I don't think about it all the time, but I always like want to read more books like that and I never can find them. And I tried reading that like Blackbird or whatever it's called.
Oh, Butcher and Blackbird?
Yeah, and I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't the same.
But you said that same thing about the Mind F series until I read it, and I was like, you need to read it again. Remember? Because you had started reading it, and you said you didn't like it.
Oh, but I only started like a few pages. But like, I like read like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 chapters of this Butcher and whatever. And like, I don't know, I wasn't connecting because I'm like wanting it to be so much like the other one, but it's just not. And like, I don't know, like the way that the worlds just kind of meshed together, it meshed better in the Mindfuck series. Like it drew you in because like you're not going to get anything away by just saying like it's like basically a cop falling in love with
the bad guy.
With the bad guy.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you don't see that and they don't know it. So like, it's not like he's like digging because she's a bad guy. Like she has no idea. Yeah. And so like, it's just so cool because it goes through those like ebbs and flows of love and like the emotions and like how to trust your like gut and your instinct and like and what overpowers that and you know your right and wrong senses of like his career and stuff like that. So it was just, I don't know, I just loved it. I devoured that like series very quickly.
Yeah, that was a good one. What is your favorite family tradition that you look forward to?
We don't honestly have a lot of family traditions, but I would say probably every year around the holidays, we have a girls' trip that we go downtown and we see like the Macy's at We have what we call the Walnut Room, and it's like a very, very, very old restaurant within Macy's, and they put up a ginormous tree. And we usually eat there, but we always get tickets on time because now you have to buy them online ahead of time. And they usually sell out like in a day. It's ridiculous. So we don't always get the opportunity to do that anymore, but we still go to Macy's and we go through like the Santa Land. We take a group picture. And yeah, we just enjoy, we do a little shopping. But we usually do that around like Thanksgiving. And then for Christmas, we always go out on Christmas Eve and go to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It has fluctuated through the years, whether it's like Christmas Eve or like a day before or something like that, because it depends on when family's coming over and stuff. But I just like having that moment of knowing that like it's just us.
Mm-hmm.
And like before the craziness comes.
Yeah.
And just like having a nice meal without having to worry about cooking, knowing that that's coming too. And so, I don't know, it's been nice. And we used to do it when my grandma was here. And then when she passed, now it's just been, my mom and husband and Molly. So,
yeah.
What about you?
I think just like the standard, like having dinner at our house on Thanksgiving or like Easter, because I grew up with divorced parents, and so I was always fluctuating between different houses, and we never really had traditions. And then Nick's family is not traditional at all. Like, I remember when I first started dating him, they like went to the movies on Thanksgiving, and I was like, what? Like, what do you mean that's what you did? And so like ever since we had Emma, like we always do it at our house. Like even when we lived in like a 900 square foot house, we still said everyone's coming here. And we've just always done that. And that was what we were talking about with the whole moving thing. So like yesterday for Easter, I was like, if we weren't here, they wouldn't get together. Like we're like kind of like the anchor. And so as much as it's stressful, coordinating it all. But it was so funny because I was like on Easter dinner, like everybody was sitting at the table, and I was sitting in between my mom and dad, who are not together. I've never even known them to be together. And it was just like so surreal because it's like these two people wouldn't have talked to each other 15 years ago. Like when I was growing up, they wouldn't have been caught dead in a room together. And so like now it's just really cool to like all the exes are involved because you either get to be in our traditions with our kids or you don't. And they all like made the choice to be there. So I think
which is good. I mean, that's nice. Mm-hmm. We don't speak with Josh's family, so it's a weird dynamic. And so it's just my mom and like her brother and like wife and kids and stuff. And when they come, that's the best because I grew up as an only child. So like, Molly has that too. And so when we get all the family together, it's just the best because, then it's just not just you sometimes, and you get to experience the cousins and all of that. But that's not every year because they live in California. Or my aunt and uncle are in New Mexico. So it's like you don't always get to have those holidays like Easter, it was just us and my one cousin. So before we wrap up, I just want to come on here quickly and let's just talk about how many episodes from today do we have until we break?
We have 2 more, right? 2 more left?
2 more.
We have our special guest next week, which we're going to leave you guys wondering what that's about. And then our final episode will be really just like us wrapping up our plans for summer. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our favorite things and had a fun, maybe get to know us a little bit better. But that is this episode. And we only have 2 left after this.
I know. And next week you're going to see our guest speaker. And then the week after that will be our final episode. And then, and before that, you'll might get to see some bonus content from us because we're going to finally freaking see each other again in person.
Yeah. So
maybe we'll do like a vlog style on our other channels too.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyways. All right. See you guys. Bye.
See you later.
We want to hear from you. Your feedback is invaluable to us, so let us know your thoughts on today's episode. Share your topic suggestions or ask us any burning questions you may have. Your input shapes the direction of our podcast, and we're here to create content that resonates with you.
If you enjoy listening to homeschool stories, curriculum reviews, advice, struggles, and overall mom life, this podcast is for you. But so is our YouTube channels.
Don't forget to check out our individual channels. We share even more content, insights, and a behind-the-scenes look at our lives. Thanks for listening.